Yo, what is up, everybody, and welcome back to your favorite Wednesday night wrestling podcast, regularly scheduled Hostilities with your host, Chuck Winchester, with your host, Josh D. Board, and with your still, for at least another week and a half, reigning, defending RSH.
Just for a week and a half.
No, not happening.
RSH champion, Yvonne D. Board. Thank you all so much for joining the show. We have lots to talk about. We are just under 2 weeks from the greatest Royal Rumble of all time, potentially. Maybe we'll see what happens. And it's the first Royal Rumble that Triple H is here in full charge of. So that's pretty exciting as well. And, we have the huge show coming up on Monday night, the Raw XXX porn edition of Raw. Whatever it is, the 30-year anniversary, I guess is what it is.
Yeah.
Looks like porn.
It does.
At least the logo does.
It brings it back a little bit.
I did see. Have you guys seen? Actually, I posted it under the RSH Facebook page. It was the Ruthless era opening of Raw with the current roster of Raw. It was pretty sweet. So if you have the opportunity to check that out, WWE released it today as like a promotional thing. It was pretty cool. I liked it a lot. It gave me the memories of the good old days. You know how it is. But yeah, and we have lots to talk about from this past Monday night because yours truly, the RSH crew, and along with Josh's buddy, we all went to see Raw, and it was actually a pretty cool show. For those of you who follow Yvonne the Board, check out all of her social medias and RSH. Cool pics. We were right there, right by the Titantron. Close. We could have spit on Kevin Owens. We were so close. We didn't, but we could have.
We literally saw Adam Pearce backstage.
Yeah, we
literally
watching him run around backstage. It was pretty cool.
Being all stressful like he always is.
Dude, that dude needs to be relaxed, doesn't he?
He needs some help. Don't
I hope he has good deodorant because he's just always sweating and running. It's like, man, I hope he has some good jock itch cream down
breaking
there.
up fights and taking care of business. What he's doing.
He went from breaking up a fight to running back to his office to dealing with other work like in the same 10 minutes. Like
He's
this
all over the place.
dude's busy. I like it. But yeah, guys, so what do we want to talk about? We have no 5 tonight. Really kind of a relaxed show.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you guys think? What was your best moment or your favorite moments of Monday Night Raw this past week when we were there live representing RSH?
So Judgment Day live for the first time.
We did.
We did.
I thought it was pretty cool too because we were right by the time and you did like halfway through their promo, we start seeing the smoke comes way before they came out.
And we could have went deaf.
So that way, fucking seriously though, but it's pretty cool because like they're getting ready for Judgment Day to come out, and so we're just sitting there watching the Usos, and we look over and we see all the smoke getting ready. So when the Judgment Day does come out and it's on TV, the smoke's already there. So it's just kind of neat to see the pre-smoke for the Judgment Day while the Usos are running their jibs in the ring, talking about lockdown or whatever.
Yeah.
How cool was it when the Don, the ex-con.
That was my favorite part.
That was mine.
They said, "Welcome to the Uso Penitentiary." And Dom grabs the mic and goes, "You don't know nothing about being in the pen."
You don't know.
Do you know what they call Usos in the pen?
Yeah.
Wannabe essays. And we all know Jay's actually been in jail a couple of times.
Yeah, so that makes it even more funny.
That's a fact.
Truth hurts.
Dude, look how amazing this.
That's a cool post.
That is a cool poster
Dude,
of the
Bianca
ladies.
was hot.
She did look good.
Yeah, because Bianca in those short, it didn't do justice in live.
Yeah.
Oh man,
she's looking good. She really is. I like Bianca.
My girls scare me, and I was
she's
even
rich. She's built.
She is, dude. She could bench press me all day long. I mean, I'm not even trying to be like gross. I mean, she is ripped. Like she could literally lift me. She is so ripped.
Strongest.
It's crazy.
Sure.
We saw her do something crazy strong, didn't we? A while back at a pay-per-view or something. She did something that was like crazy strong. What didn't she?
She did.
Lifted up somebody or threw somebody or caught
I think
somebody.
it was Otis she picked up at one point.
That'd be nuts.
That was nuts.
We also did see Otis. He went backstage. We saw him stay in character backstage because he knew we were watching him, and that was pretty cool too.
He was over as can be.
Dude, he was getting cheered all day.
He was extreme. I didn't realize Alpha Academy was fucking babyface.
I didn't know that either.
They're not. I thought they were heels. So.
I did too. We all did.
I assumed they were still heels. People just like Otis. That's kind of what I assumed.
They were over. Even Gable, they're like, "Shoosh,
shoosh." I love that.
Cody announced his return.
He did.
So like, I do like how they announced it because we all know it's coming. So Triple H are going to treat us like we're retarded, and I'm using the word retarded literally because that's how Vince treated us sometimes. Like
hard
when
arm.
the rope hard arm. And like when the rope busted, and they're like, "Oh yeah, well we're just going to skip that."
We're just going to skip it.
It doesn't matter.
They don't matter.
But
Mommy returning, which we knew was gonna happen.
Tozawa tried to get. We saw Bronson Reed. He's a big motherfucker.
He's
Dude is big.
He's
His
huge.
frog splash, his splash is pretty legit.
Yeah, he could move.
Singing Seth Rollins' entrance.
That
was
was
the best
Seth's over
part.
as fuck.
Seth is
We
over.
saw the return of Omos.
Yeah.
We did.
That was exciting.
Which we all forgot.
I guess we got a tag team women's tag match coming.
We do.
Because Damage Control,
Candice LeRae and
Mia Yim beat Io
that's
Sky,
what I'm calling her Mia.
and then
Yim.
Candice LeRae, who Chuck referred to as, damn, Johnny Gargano's wife is hot.
I said that?
Yeah.
Sounds like me.
You said, whose wife is that? And I said,
Who's
Johnny
that?
Gargano's. You said, damn, his wife is hot.
Yeah, she is
Nikki
hot.
Vaughn was like, too bad he bores you. But fuck you.
You're
Well,
too bad he bored.
man.
Don't-
Anyway,
I bet she doesn't bore him. Oh.
She doesn't seem too bored.
Oh
But yeah, the Judgment Day did beat the Alpha Academy. Elias got destroyed by
Oh, we saw
Omos.
Elias. Yep.
So Chuck's top 5 things that happened this year is off to a rough start.
It
I
is.
mean, he's getting matches, so that's nice.
Poor
But
Elias.
fucking
Have
Omos.
him. He's the worst.
Street Profits beat Benjamin and Alexander.
Their entrance was
That was a
cool
pretty
live
good
too.
match.
Yeah.
Jesse Solo beat Ali, who just keeps popping up everywhere.
Exactly.
He got his ass beat.
And then the 6-pack challenge, or the 6-man elimination.
It was a
which-
good main event.
last one, it was actually a really good.
Really
match.
good main event.
Yeah, it was. It was kind of all over the place. Hard for us to keep
Yeah, it
track
was.
of.
For
And,
for as dead as the crowd normally is on like live shows that I read online, this one was pretty lively.
yeah, it
I
was.
think they were still buzzing from the fact that they're like, oh my god, the Bengals won again. When
That
they really
helped.
didn't have much business winning
Right.
Sunday night, but they did.
They did. They did indeed. And it was a good win. It was a scary win.
It was a very scary win for you guys.
Bills is coming up on Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Excited about that. Also nervous. I'll have beer ready and whiskey ready and pizza ready and chicken wings ready. I eat and
Oh,
drink when
yeah.
I'm nervous.
Yeah.
He's nervous.
I can't eat when I'm nervous. Like during Patriots games, I would eat. If they played at 1, I'd eat at like 5. Like when I'd go over to mom and dad's, they'd be like, Dad, we have wings and shit. I was like, I'll talk to you in a few hours.
I should focus
New
on.
England's up 36-0. Anything can happen right now. I'd get like that. She's like, Josh, it's 35-7
Right.
in the 4th. I was like,
Chill
does that
out.
say 0-0-0 to you? Ask the Indianapolis Colts. Ask
Yeah,
Matt Ryan.
I remember that.
when the games were over.
I remember
Matt
that.
Ryan blew a 33-0 lead like a
Yep.
month ago, and then he blew a
He's-
28-3 lead in the
He's
Super Bowl.
terrible.
He's
Well, that was before the Chargers blew a 27-0 lead, but whatever.
that fucking pissed me off.
I know I should have put $5 down on Jacksonville.
Yeah.
So I was excited to see the Judgment Day. Not gonna say a favorite because I enjoyed all of it, but
I thought it was
Judgment-
cool.
Their entrances.
Oh shit!
Even
So I was
more
like, I
awesome
was gonna
than
look up the Raw
person.
30 card, then I just like exited out, started scratching my head.
What am I doing?
Look, I typed in Raw XXX. It said safe search is off.
I was like, are you sure?
Look, I did. Raw XXX
You
porn
did.
videos popped up
Yeah.
first.
I'm not surprised even a little bit by that.
Hey, the Raw actual card is the third link though.
And we saw
nice.
KO live too.
That surprised me because I wasn't sure he was
We
going to be
did.
there.
Yeah, KO came out and like fucking went nuts.
We didn't
All
see
right,
Sammy, unfortunately, but we did see KO.
so Raw 30. So that's basically what we're gonna be breaking down because there is nothing else right now.
It may as well be a pay per view from how it's loaded it's going to be.
Right.
All right, so the legends scheduled to appear: Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair, Kurt Angle, X-Pac and Road Dogg, the Bella Twins, Jerry. I will inappropriately touch you if you're under the age of 21. Lawler,
And the Bella Twins. We'll do that too.
Teddy Long. Well, the Bella Twins. One of them favorite word is yes, so she'll be okay.
They're both married.
Flair will probably
They're both
bang both
married.
the Bella Twins.
They're
while he's
both
there.
married. And
He'll
have
show him the
children,
helicopter.
so-
Teddy Long
so they're-
and Farouk will be there
We'll
as of
see
right
a-
this second.
You will see an Acolytes Protection Agency reunion. Some
Well, you
APA
will get
action.
the blood. So let's end with that one.
That's gonna be the biggest one to talk about. For sure.
So we got the Raw Tag Team Championships, Judgment Day versus the Usos, and it is specifically just for the Raw.
For the Raw ones.
Does that make you think something's going to happen?
Well, clearly,
Could.
whether they win or lose, clearly they're talking about breaking up the titles just by doing that.
So that's a good
You know.
start.
Well, and
to
they
it.
did a was that a, shit? I didn't watch SmackDown this week because I've been busy as fuck. Surprisingly,
It's a pretty good
But,
show.
It was a good show.
I don't remember much.
But is this tag team tournament
Okay,
they
got his ass
announced? Is that going to be for just the SmackDown tag titles,
I
or
can't
did they
answer.
say that was for the Universal?
If
tag
they,
team
I
titles?
didn't listen. I don't know.
God damn you!
I mean, I was working when I was watching it.
I know now you're working. Stop. It's very convenient.
Yeah, I don't know, but the fact that they're doing it with the Raw, the fact that they're saying that means that eventually we're splitting them up, whether it's
Yeah.
this match or not. We're
It's a
splitting
good
them up.
sign we're seeing a split. For the
I mean, I will definitely tune in. I'll definitely check out SmackDown before this week's, but Yeah, I definitely dropped the ball last week. I don't know, but there's a tag team on SmackDown that
So
the Viking Raiders are fighting Drew
You
and
would assume-
Sheamus,
you
who
would
apparently
assume
the
it's for
Bang
the
Bros,
SmackDown.
which if I type in to my search bar as well, will not pop Sheamus and Drew McIntyre.
You should type in "Will Bang Bros be at RAW XXX" and see what pops up.
So we're assuming it's a SmackDown. We'll just assume.
Okay, yeah.
We'll just assume because that's kind of where they're going with it.
I mean, they are clearly.
And the
Definitely
rest-
the tag teams are, and I'm sure the main event or the main title is in the process as well.
The Bloodline Acknowledgement Ceremony.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy!
That's gonna be huge.
And
So
they said
worded
on
this.
Raw.
Yeah, they
They
worded
did.
it. Well, here's Poiman's tweet. Next Monday on the 30th anniversary of Raw, the Tribal Chiefs Acknowledgement Ceremony. Picture with every member of the Bloodline in it. Raw's 30th anniversary episode will not just be about the Hall of Famers making a return. The special edition of the Red Brand will feature Becky Lynch versus Bayley in a steel cage.
Oh boy!
It's gonna be awesome.
And Becky's
Good.
fucking over.
Oh
It's
yeah!
over.
The George Kittle jersey by Bayley was pretty funny.
That
It's-
was cool.
That's her team too, so like makes it even funnier.
Makes sense.
That
Yeah,
is
that's cool.
funny.
I mean, Bayley's team will win the Super Bowl. That's neither here or there.
Unless she's wearing orange and black,
No,
that ain't
yeah, she
happening.
would smell really badly.
She would smell the pickle.
Just like I was telling them in the crowd, I was like, it's so easy to be a heel. Like any sports town you're in, just talk shit about the thing that stings the
And
most.
they do that a lot.
They
They do it a lot.
They do.
So it definitely works out. They were all over in Cincinnati. I mean,
Yeah.
They
a lot
were.
of them were in jerseys.
Well, they kept showing the guy in
The
the
guy in the
Bills jersey in the crowd. They kept,
That was
it's like,
funny.
boo! And then they showed the guy in the Chiefs. It's like, yeah. It was like every time. Then you knew like the DX chop or do your best DX impression for 50 seconds. Like that's Triple H.
You know, Triple H
That's
is back
Triple
there.
H.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then they did the Hulk Hogan, be Hulk Hogan for 30 seconds, and everybody started grabbing their
Dance
girlfriend
Jam where me and
inappropriately.
Chuck kept singing that song. That was a
It's
catchy
a
song.
classic song. I like the song. I hate Hulk Hogan, but it's a good song. Come on, Hulk Hogan sucks. Overrated as fuck.
Absolutely.
Fucking Christ. Oh, so eat your vitamins, say your prayers. You mean eat your steroids and
Do porn videos.
do gassy
Sounds
porn
about right with
videos
him.
He did. He
I believe it.
with his friend's wife or some shit.
Ew,
yeah, it was
God.
weird. So
He
Becky
is
and
weird.
Bayley.
Steel cage.
So
Excited
this
for that.
apparently ends the. It's a hell of a way to go into the Rumble. You come out of the
Yeah.
steel cage
Cage.
match.
Yeah, go right in the rumble.
Hey, man.
I like it.
Usos defending their Raw Tag Team titles, and Bobby Lashley versus Austin Theory for the U.S.
Yeah.
Championship.
Yeah.
I think. All right, we'll start with the U.S. title. I think Omos will cost Lashley.
I do too.
Could be.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't have it, but he helped him on Raw,
I know it's
Kind
weird.
of.
which is interesting.
kind of.
He's mind playing.
Here's the distraction. Then
Yeah.
like he paid
Yeah.
dividends, and then everybody kicked Omos's ass real quick.
Yep.
They're mind playing.
It's like
They're mind playing.
Lashley
now.
did the whole "I want you out here," but
Well,
Omos
you were
still
within
helped him.
20 feet of your boy MVP as well.
You were.
He's afraid of me. He see him walk away.
He did try to hit Elias with a cane.
It was a
so
good show.
He did.
It was such a good. it's
It
like,
was a good show.
Why am I contemplating spending $30 to go to AEW?
Hey man, it's right down the road. See some Chris Jericho. I like Chris Jericho.
I do
The
too.
walls of Jericho.
Well, that would be bad timing because I have to get my belt that week after I win the Rumble.
Yeah,
That's true.
No, let's not go that far.
I just want to sing along. I just want to sing Judas with in the audience. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Go there.
then leave after
Yeah,
that.
then leave right away. All right.
I did it. All right, I'm out.
I like how Nick Khan was interviewed today, and they're just talking about like the past year and profits and all that stupid shit that I don't care about. But they asked about Tony Khan. He's like, I've never met him. I was like, he said he seems like a sweet kid.
That's funny.
He said, he's like, I think I met his dad at like some big convention I went to with Stephanie a couple years ago.
Some
He's
rich
like,
people think.
I respect it. He's like self-made millionaires. I mean, obviously I respect them and they're good businessmen. He said, I think their 2023 starting off a hell of a lot better than their 2022 went because
Sure.
their ratings dropped 10% last year
that happens.
I do.
on Dynamite, 16.5% on Rampage. So
Well, he needs to stay off TV. That's
He
in
does.
for
comparison,
one.
WWE's went up like 18% and their profits went up like a lot. That's why Vince is trying to sell because they're like they're making the most money they've ever made in their
Sure.
fucking lives.
Mhm.
So anyway, yeah, and then the acknowledgement ceremony. So we'll start with that and work our way backwards. We'll kind of briefly predict next week's Raw. So Chuck asked this when we were after they announced it. He goes, "So the whole bloodline, so the Rock, so it's like, so that's the
I
question.
mean, that's what they're.
So,
making us think.
Where's the
Yeah.
Rock's fate?
So do they have the Rock? Okay, Me and Chuck like ignored the Tozawa match and just started talking about this.
He was over
come
it.
on.
Well,
He was
like I'm
over
on FanDuel putting $5 I'm watching the Bucks game and I'm putting $5 parlays on the fucking terrible,
That's how we think about
the
Kazawa.
shitty Cowboys and
Like,
the shitty Bucks.
Seriously.
That was a terrible.
Even though
game.
Dak did have a
Terrible.
his
He
best
did.
game.
He did.
Apparently, I didn't watch it because I was in Raw.
We're over Bucks.
We're
fans,
following it.
so we're done.
Chuck just needed a touchdown so he
He
could win his
did.
parlay.
Finally got in the fucking at the end of the third quarter. Jesus, had me on the edge of my seat the entire
He
time.
did.
But I got it. They paid me out. So
You know Tom Brady.
they paid
He's
out.
got to be dramatic.
Yeah, I
You what
know.
mean?
He has to.
Yeah, I know.
But
Little girl making me all on the edge
so
of my
we were
seat.
talking about it. Wouldn't it make more sense to just have him like appear? They have like a standoff thing, and then The Rock does not enter the Royal Rumble, and then maybe after KO loses to Roman, The Rock runs down, fucking just rock bottom at the Rumble, and it's like
Sure.
then Roman, then there you go, then you don't need the Rumble.
You don't.
Maybe The Rock. 'Cause I don't see The Rock being at a Raw. I just
I
don't
don't
see
either.
it. Maybe, but
Where is this Raw?
what if they expect that and Roman's because The Rock's not there? Roman gets all pissy about it. It's like he doesn't want to acknowledge his tribal chief. Like that's disrespect.
Right.
The Rock is disrespecting me, and then
Yeah.
starts talking shit about The
Oh,
Rock.
like the whole bloodline ain't here. Where's Dwayne?
Right.
Right.
Okay, that
And then
would be
starts
cool.
And-
running his mouth about
And
it.
when Roman says that, when Roman starts talking, I could see The Rock popping up on the Tron saying, "Acknowledge you." You think I'm gonna
Wells
come there and
Fargo.
acknowledge
So it's in
you?
Philly.
Yeah, I don't see The Rock going to Philadelphia.
I see-
Philadelphia's a shit
I see
town.
him coming up on the Tron saying, "Acknowledge you."
They are like Philly
Shouldn't you
fans are never
acknowledge
happy.
me?
Like the Eagles are 14-3.
That's what they're
We're
gonna
great
do.
to lose in the first round. Jalen Hurts needs traded. It's like, bro, you were sucking his dick 6 days ago.
Philly fans are rough.
Philly fans are horrible. That's where Bakley's from.
I don't think The Rock's not going to be there next week.
I'm not saying Bakley's horrible. I just wanted to say like Bakley is from Philly.
Sure.
And RIP to Jay Briscoe. That's pretty
Yeah,
fucking
Yeah,
sad.
that's
sad.
horrible.
That is
That broke
horrible.
my heart when I read about
That's
That was
horrible.
rough. And he from reading Twitter just briefly.
He affected.
Oh, he
a
was all
lot.
over it.
A lot of
All
people.
over
that.
it.
Yeah, he was all over it.
Yes.
I obviously I never watched his show,
I
but
didn't
I, know
Yeah,
who he
they had a
is.
brief AEW run. They feel with the revival most of last
He
year,
did.
where they bounced around.
Yep.
That's sad.
But
Broke
prayers
my heart.
for him and his family. That's
Prayers
a
to
horrible
his
way to
family. Yeah, absolutely.
kick off this year.
Sucks.
Anytime, but
Anytime, yeah.
And like the entire wrestling community was like,
Yeah,
paying their
so
condolences.
NXT
Shawn Michaels, like
they
some
were
of that.
NXT had like the funeral segment planned for Pretty Deadly because like their tag team title chances have died because they didn't complete the gauntlet the
They
New Day
did.
gave
Gotcha.
them,
I
so
remember
they
that.
scrapped it.
That's
So
good.
that's in poor taste because of what
Yeah.
happened.
Sure.
Right.
New Day went to Sean apparently, and Sean was like, "It's already been canceled."
That's good.
They were, so they went there to tell them like, "Yeah, we're not doing this."
We're not doing it. We don't feel
And then they
comfortable.
did a little segment to Briscoe instead. So
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
that is really sad.
That is.
and it is cool. 'Cause I'll tell you one thing: Vince would not have acknowledged a guy in another company's death,
No, he would have kept going.
especially one that has
Absolutely
never been in his company.
Yep.
Right.
Now, maybe if he was part of WWE at some, like if Goldberg went to AEW, then he died, which I hope it doesn't happen. But if it did, Vince would have probably been like, "Oh yeah, I made a lot of money off him."
Right.
I mean, they acknowledged Luke Harper's death.
They
And
did.
he was there.
Yeah, they
Sure.
did.
So like I'm sure they'll acknowledge
They did.
their own talent
Sure.
Right.
But yeah, that was
or
that
former
sucks.
talent, but that's
That's
horrible.
tough to hear.
Fucking sucks. Especially with his kids involved. It's like,
Yeah.
sucks.
Horrible.
It is what it is, unfortunately. That's the nature of the business, I guess. Honestly, I was telling Danae this yesterday because obviously he died in a car accident. And obviously it wasn't wrestling related. He was with his family. But like for how much these guys travel, I'm surprised we don't hear more about like major accidents involving
Right.
the guys. Because they're all over the country all of the time, driving or whatever. So I think, we're kind of lucky in a way that we don't have more major accidents involving professional wrestlers or
They are.
athletes.
They're
Right.
moving every day. Limited sleep. They
Right.
bust their ass at
Yeah.
a show, then they're out.
They're out. Yep.
It's like you never hear about somebody getting into a car crash, like and they're driving all of the time in rental cars and all over the world. So, but it does suck to hear anything like that, especially involving somebody who I've never seen him wrestle, but I
Right.
see his name on social media all of the time.
I
So
do too.
clearly he's
Yeah,
making
I
an
always
impact.
wanted the Briscoes to come to WWE just for like a cup of coffee, just to like have a run.
Yeah.
Because they are like one of the tag teams that everybody are. They're very, very popular on the internet.
Absolutely.
Like with the IWC, I guess
I
is what we
believe it.
are.
I mean, they're all over.
Like they're in like Seth Rollins was like, yeah, dude, like I wouldn't be in. He said that he used to come to house shows like incognito when they were around where they lived.
Oh
and
yeah,
he'd just root and fucking yell and
be a fan.
heckle Seth Rollins on that. he was like, he's a great dude. And like, I guess this tag team Seth was in ROH, they feuded with the Briscoes. And when they saw Seth in that, they're like, oh, this guy's for real.
That's
So without him, he's like, I'm not, he said, without him, I'm not Tyler Black. Without Tyler Black, I'm never Seth Rollins.
Sure.
So that's pretty
Absolutely.
cool to hear stories like that. Just wish we heard them,
Right.
which has always been my thing. Like, why do we tell good stories about people
After the fact.
after they're dead? Like, why
Right.
not celebrate everybody like while they're here?
Why they're
Sure.
alive,
Like, be
yeah.
nice to people. Don't be a dick.
Right.
But I
It's
think
easier
I've done,
post-death.
I've done a much better look. Not being a dick has been I think I've done a solid job in 18 days because I think of what I could have done, and I think I've done well.
That's good.
So I'm trying to be nicer this year.
Being negative is a journey. I also struggle with that at times, but I also try to be a better person. Sometimes it's hard.
It is.
It is hard.
But we will transition. I just see XXX on their website.
It's like,
Bobby
oh.
Lashley secures title opportunities for Raw XXX in thrilling fashion.
It reminds me of WrestleMania 30 when it was the big purple XXX. I'm like, this is a strip club we're going to for WrestleMania 30.
Oh, yeah, we did. Uncle Howdy was there.
He
I
was.
He was.
I kind of started talking about Bianca's ass, which
It was
fair,
nice.
But
I liked Alexa's too.
she was there.
He did
Or,
appear.
Uncle Howdy was
that
there.
was awesome. Though.
And then, so what's funny is, since we're gamblers now, the Royal Rumble odds are set. I'll get into that in a minute.
Oh Lord, I can imagine.
Oh, dude, fuck. Why
Easy.
could the Buzz not fucking be around right now? I could have had a gambling show. You know how
Yeah.
big that would have been?
That'd
that would have
huge.
been.
And I'm
you can,
fucking.
you can still do it on WrestleBuddy.
No, they don't fuck with sports
Oh,
at all.
We-
Zero, none,
Ah.
no sports. Zip. I've pitched it. They're like, fuck you.
makes sense. WrestleBuddy is wrestling.
That's right. Yvonne's kind of took my role because I guess she's
Kinda.
been doing shit for them and I didn't even know about it.
I have.
Oh, look at you go, girl.
I have,
So I got the email and they're like, this is what we're doing this year. And I was like, cool. Yvonne's on it and I'm off of it.
I
I'm
She
like,
goes to the
sweet.
meetings.
Does that mean I can just write whenever I fucking feel like
That's
it?
it.
Because that's kind of where I'm
I
at
did,
right now.
yeah.
Life is fucking nuts and it's
It
going to get
is.
worse here soon.
I get it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Royal Rumble odds. If
Oh.
I were to ask you guys
Oh gosh.
who you think the top three would be,
Oh,
odds
my.
wise, who would you guys think?
Me-
Sammy, Cody Rhodes, The Rock.
Yvonne?
Cody Rhodes, The Rock. Hmm.
It's gonna be like fucking Britt Baker and Otis. Isn't
God, I
it?
can't think of a third one. Okay, Theory. I'll throw that in.
Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, and The Rock in that order.
Oh hell yeah!
got
Nothing but net.
Chuck got it.
All right, so The Rock, Cody Rhodes is minus 160, so you'd win $1.58 if you paid 10. Sami Zayn, you'd win $20. The Rock, you'd win 40. Seth Rollins is 8-1. He's fourth.
Nice.
Kevin Owens is 16-1. That's one of those, oh, you lost, but you're in the Rumble in still,
Gotcha.
which they've done before.
Those are my
Sure.
top
Drew's
three right there.
2000, or sorry, Drew and Riddle are both 20-1.
Riddle's
So I
not
think it's
even-
interesting that Riddle has just as
Yeah.
good enough of chance as Drew does.
He does.
Gunther's 22-1. Theory's
There's Theory. At least he's on the
25-1.
list.
And AJ's Theory has the same odds as AJ Styles. AJ Styles is out until
He's
November.
got a broken leg, so
yeah.
he ain't coming back.
When do these odds get updated?
At least Theory's
Today.
on the list. So
I really want it to be Sami Zayn. The
It's
story
there.
makes
All
more
right, so
sense
if
for
I was
Sami.
asking you, women's, today
Oh.
is the 18th, correct?
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
Okay.
all right, so Bianca's not gonna be in it. She's the champion. Okay.
Yeah,
So let's see. Women.
I'm not as on the ready for this one.
Charlotte won't be in there either.
That's right. The
so-
hard-hitting questions from this side of the table.
All right, so I got one. Raquel, Alexa, Rhea.
One of them is correct.
I'm also going with Rhea.
That is the one that was correct.
Yep.
I'm going to go with what's her fucking name? Ronda Rousey's partner.
No.
Shayna Baszler.
Well, that's my two. Even though you say no, that's my two.
Even though yeah, you say
That's
no,
Shayna Baszler, but yes,
Chuck and
that's
I
it.
are pitching it still.
And the third,
That's tough.
I would go with. It's not the ones that Yvonne already said. I don't know, dude. Maybe Bailey.
Rhea, Becky, and Charlotte.
Becky, that's what
Charlotte's
I
the
forgot.
champion.
I know she's gonna be in it.
I mean, if she wasn't the champion, I would say yeah. I would have said Charlotte right away.
Why didn't I say
She's-
Becky?
she's-
I just overlooked Becky. I did not
She's the
get it.
champion.
Maybe she's scheduled to lose it.
Could be. Or maybe that's just not.
There's
They
two
just
more
didn't update
SmackDowns
it.
Well, God, I
before.
feel
This
dumb.
is
I
this
should've
was
said
updated
Becky.
January 18th
Oh, but
Talking
at
about
maybe-
5:50 p.m.
Maybe that writer's a fucking idiot.
Because Charlotte's champion.
She's a champion.
Champs normally ain't in the Rumble.
Unless they do a Triple
Well,
H.
actually, this ain't the writer. Like, this is just him reporting what he's reading from Vegas.
Well, maybe Vegas is fucking
Dude,
stupid.
look, Vegas knows.
Sasha
Vegas is
Banks
not
ain't
stupid.
even employed there. So
Vegas never loses. That's why we have no money in the
That's why Vegas is all the money.
Yep.
Yeah,
All
I mean,
right.
maybe.
Bailey's fourth. Melissa's fifth. Raquel
At least they made the list, Chuck. Oh, well.
Asuka, Liv, Bianca, and Sasha, of course.
So that list
the
is
sexy return pick.
Yeah, because Sasha's not even employed there.
The women's rumble, looking at it 2 weeks out, nobody even stands out.
No,
Nah.
absolutely not.
It's going to be somebody basic, in my opinion.
I think it's going to be Rhea.
I do too.
I hope it's Rhea.
I've been saying
Rhea
it's
is-
going to be Rhea.
I'll spoil it now. Rhea is who I'm going to pick next week.
Me too.
Me too.
So
Unless something
Rhea's
changes.
had the hottest year. And they said she's going to be in the title picture now because they changed the Becky Ronda plan because
Right.
Becky told Triple H, like, yeah, we're not doing that. That was so 3 years ago.
Right.
And she's
Sure.
not
I don't
wrong.
blame her.
No, I don't.
Everybody
She's
expects
right.
they can do it later. They just need to get that fire back. If
Just
they
don't
did
need
it 3 years ago when it was hot as
Oh,
fuck,
sure.
that'd have been great.
It
But
would have
now,
been great.
Yep.
Ronda, they need to do something. with
Nobody
her.
cares about Ronda Rousey.
They just need to get rid of her. She can be a mom somewhere
But I
else.
wonder if we get the Asuka, this heel Asuka that she's
Asuka.
been teasing.
We've already seen it once.
No, we haven't.
I'm not interested in Asuka.
No, we have not seen her be heel yet.
She was a heel.
Yep, she's going into a full new character though. Her
No.
fucking Japanese,
No.
fucking.
Well, she is Japanese.
Goddamn it.
Is she going to be a white heel?
Her Asian, fucking. No, like no
I
makeup.
got you. Like a new gimmick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Her previous heel gimmick, I really hated. It really annoyed me with her screaming. So yeah.
I did too.
Hey, look, and do you know who's? So Rhea and Sammy were both like 50-1.
Jeez.
Now they're like Zayn is the second biggest favorite.
Wow.
Only
Well,
Cody Rhodes.
Chuck said it makes sense. It's there.
Storyline wise, it would be the best
It
in my
makes
opinion.
sense.
Zayn accidentally wins the Royal
That's what I'm
Rumble.
saying. Like he accidentally is involved in the Usos getting eliminated.
He
Totally,
does.
he can pull it off. Totally on accident.
told
and then
you.
he wins because of it.
I think
The
if he won
story's there.
if he won the Rumble instead of Cody, and then Roman's like, "Oh, Sammy, you know what? WrestleMania. Let's do this in your hometown.
Sure. I
Let's
think
do
they'd be
this
okay.
in Canada.
I don't see why
You
not.
don't want to win in front of all those idiots in Hollywood. Let's do this at the Elimination Chamber in front of your home fans. Make them proud. And there you go.
I
Yeah,
agree.
The story's there already.
I mean, and clearly they're going to do something with the fact that
Now,
the
my-
chamber is in his hometown.
My
so.
men's pick.
that's a
That's
tough.
this
That's
one's
that's
rough.
that's the toughest one.
Because
We'll
it could be
see.
The Rock, Sami Zayn, or Cody.
We'll see how money
Those
that
are
brings.
my top
Yeah.
three right there because anything can go.
As of right now, I don't think it's going to be Cody. I just don't think I just don't think so.
Cody's
then,
gonna
like-
get the biggest standing ovation, but
So looking on the poster, because this does fucking matter.
That electric blue makes me nervous.
So I would imagine
I know.
Seth,
Brock
KO,
Lesnar,
Ricochet, Miz, Theory, Cody, Charlotte, Bianca, Rhea, Becky, Brock Lesnar will probably be in the Rumble.
I mean, he's on the poster, so has to be right.
Right.
I think he'll get eliminated by Gunther,
I think so.
which
Makes
sets
sense.
up
There you
Gunther
go.
and Brock.
And then maybe Brock beats the fuck out of Gunther.
There you
Yep.
go.
Afterwards.
Brock comes in,
Yeah.
knocks
Works out.
Gunther out, and then or just drags him out, and
Yeah.
beats the fuck out of him.
That's
Yeah.
my guess.
So that Gunther doesn't have to lose at all.
Yeah.
Good match for against Strowman though. I did see parts of that,
That was a good match.
and he
Okay.
did
Oh,
win.
Yeah, that
Those-
was good.
Those would be the three I picked. This is the toughest one for me.
I mean, that electric blue is clearly the electricity that The Rock has.
Well, there you go. And then you got KO.
oh, that
This
was,
is kind of
that one's an easy
It's a filler. We know who's winning, but still should be a fun, good match.
one. Right.
then Alexa. Now this one's conflicting as well
Absolutely.
because
yeah.
because I was going to get into it, but I got sidetracked earlier.
See?
Every time Uncle Howdy comes around,
she goes nuts.
Should be
it works out in Alexa's favor.
It does.
Like last
Uh-huh.
night, Bianca's about to hit the KOD, or when we went Monday, she's going to hit the
On the
KOD.
steel
But
chair.
Howdy walked out.
Mhm.
She got shook up. Stop. Alexa DDT'd her on the steps.
So
Or
now,
on the,
let's,
sorry, on the floor.
but let's say this though, because it does work in her favor physically, but on TV the other week, it cost her the match. She ended up losing via DQ.
Well, that's okay.
So I mean, well, it'll affect this match. So I mean, she still could beat the fuck out of. I'm about calling her Sasha Banks is in blue, the blue
Right.
behind her. So like if it affects her that physically, she might beat up Bianca and get disqualified. Or like you mentioned, maybe it happens and Alexa doesn't go crazy, but it shakes up not Sasha Banks and she
Not Sasha Banks.
pins her that way.
And like when she fought Bianca the first time, she got distracted seeing those masks. And it also distracted her at one point too. So this can go three different ways here.
I hope Alexa wins. That's all I care
I
about.
do too. And as of right this second, that would be who I pick.
Me too, but we'll see how Raw
I
goes.
like Bianca, but it's time for a new champion.
And
let's
this
go,
match
let's-
too,
God, this
with Uncle Howdy.
Mountain Dew. That's so funny.
cool poster though. I can't
Dude,
wait for that match.
I've heard
too.
what Mountain Dew's paying though.
Pretty good.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
I mean, I do want to try the pitch black Mountain Dew now.
Yeah, at Applebee's there are when we went there before, they have a pitch black Mountain Dew 16 ounce
They do.
gallon thing for like $18.
Is there
They
alcohol
do.
in it?
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe
I was
that's
thinking about buying one, but I was like,
Sounds
Yeah.
sugary.
well, the one drink I did have was pretty bad. So
Yeah, I don't go to
I think they forgot to put the alcohol in it.
I think they
I don't like to
forgot.
go to Applebee's for
Yeah.
mixed drinks
I'm
myself.
pretty, they got me on the picture. I normally don't. I normally just go straight Bud Light, but it's pretty loaded Rumble.
It is. So much.
Let me look up SmackDown. This is gonna be a real quick episode. Let me look up SmackDown real quick so we can at least see what's coming up there.
Sure. Nothing wrong with having short episodes.
No,
No,
but I
nothing
mean,
wrong.
we just between everything this fucking week.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I've been to bed. Oh yeah, here's us bitching again. I know,
Wait.
but I've been to bed at 2:00 every night for the past like 5 days. So,
Fuck that.
That
was me on Monday, but not last night.
I don't want the November 18th SmackDown results.
You don't want to know what happened back in November?
Oh, I
you
put in
sure?
2022. I don't want to fucking know the AEW fucking card.
They know you too well.
Tony Khan doing cocaine.
Oh, is that tonight?
That's all you need to
Not
know.
it, Yep. Loaded show tonight.
Actually, I told you I was going to watch last week's. I didn't. Never got
You
around to it.
didn't.
I
Dude,
recorded
they
it.
are legit going with the Banger Bros as their tag team name.
Who was
Sheamus
that?
and
And Drew.
Drew.
Oh.
I get it. Porn. Like that's somebody's thing this week.
Like, what's
Vance
going
is
on?
back.
Wow.
Now Raw's got XXX.
Everything's porn.
and then they're
Everything's
the
going porn
Banger
now.
Bros.
I've had it.
like
They start dressing funny. I've had it.
All right, so Charlotte's.
another Chuck and Billy scenario.
Exactly. It's exactly what that.
There's really nothing
nothing really
going
announced.
on. They expect Rouse. They expect a bunch of people to declare for the Rumbles.
Does
Sure.
she have to really?
And then the tension between Roman and Sammy is expected to continue
Oh,
to
yeah.
rise
There we
slowly
go.
but surely.
Sure.
And then Raw 30, we already went through all that.
Cool.
But yeah, Rumble
So
is
much, so
10
much.
We are 10 days away. Next week will be predictions. I will actually message Baby now so I don't forget. 'Cause I tend to forget after I
So
leave.
much in the Rumble that can go on. It. So much.
So hopefully we get Jimmy Bay on next week, get another perspective on it. Still probably my favorite event.
Yeah, oh,
it's my
same.
favorite. Absolutely.
Same. It's definitely my favorite as well. I really think we need to get because last year it was Brock Lesnar. We feel like we've kind of watered it down the last few years.
Yeah, Triple H needs to really step up this year and make another
Absolutely.
Rock win it. 'Cause that really changed.
Because
Yeah.
we know The Rock don't need
He's
to
not
do
part
it.
time whatsoever.
Right.
He shows up once every fucking 15
And
years.
That's what I'm saying,
Triple H
man.
ain't a fan of part timers either.
So we
It is
really,
the Rock, but it's the Rock.
It is.
it's
It's
the
like if they
Rock.
were ever going to
Right.
make an exception for one fucking guy and the fans would not completely lose their shit,
It's The
it
Rock.
probably would be the Rock.
And he did it 10 years ago. He won to beat CM Punk. Wait, that's not right. Am I thinking correctly? Didn't The Rock win the Royal Rumble in 2013? Yes, he did.
He did win Rumble.
He did. And I just, I don't like that. I want Sami Zayn to win. Sami Zayn winning is best case scenario, in my
Because
opinion.
the stories already were there.
It's right there. I mean, I like Cody, sure, but like I really believe to play it out correctly, have the Usos and Sammy teaming up, and Sammy is accidentally involved in their elimination. Like you got 4 guys going over.
Like,
We
I'm
think
so-
they're all
yeah.
gonna go, then Sammy just
Mhm.
fucking gets out, and the other 3 go over, like the Usos and whoever
Right.
the person involved in, maybe Cody. And like Sammy just weasels his way out, and then they all fall, and then he just happens to be the winner.
And the
You know.
Usos are staring at him like, what gives Sammy
And
a
he's
place
like-
to help?
And he's like, "It's an accident. I didn't mean to win."
Sorry.
And he doesn't
sorry.
celebrate his win because, and then we can go off that to continue more friction. And then I'm sure The Rock will get involved at some point, But if just The Rock wins, it's just like,
The Rock just don't need.
I mean,
to.
it's just like, it's not exciting to me. I'm sure, I'll get goosebumps when his music hits. I'm a mark
Right.
for The Rock too. It's just
Right.
like anybody else. But it's long-term storytelling because The Rock ain't going to be there on Monday night.
No.
The Rock won't be there on Friday night.
Nope.
So the storytelling would be better if Sammy wins. It would make Raw and SmackDowns
so-
better.
So right now confirmed is Cody, Kofi, Ricochet, Bobby Lashley, Seth Rollins, Austin Theory, Baron Corbin, Santos Escobar, and Rey Mysterio. The women, it's just Liv, Raquel, Rhea, and Candice LeRae so far.
Rhea
officially.
If Rhea wins, one thing happened on my top 5 list, having Rhea win a title and either win the
I
Rumble.
wonder if I can bet these on FanDuel.
No, WWE's not on there.
That's good. Why not?
I think they should be.
You can
They
bet it in
should.
Vegas. Why can't you bet it on a fucking app? I'm gonna
Exactly.
check there's
That is-
another app called Points Bet. Apparently it gives you $500 in free credit if you spend like
Ooh.
50. So I might do that Friday.
Hell yeah.
$500 credit is a lot.
That is a lot of
And
credit.
that'll cover me for this weekend. 4 really good football games this weekend.
Yep, I got 150 free credits left. I'll be using them this weekend, I'm sure.
Dude, that's fucking 35 minutes. That is bizarre.
Yeah.
That doesn't even seem right.
I just really hope they don't do like they did last year and just make us be all excited and then not do anything.
The only
cool.
good thing
Right.
about this year from last year to this year is thank God we're not there.
Right.
Like I wish we were there this year than
I
last
know.
year.
I wish
Right.
this was the card that we were
Like
at.
the event itself was great.
It was great.
Like just going.
Sure.
St.
It was
Louis,
fun.
sorry, St. Louis was great.
So
St.
imagine
Louis is
how much
beautiful
fun it
down
would have been if the
But
show
with
was good.
Brock
Right.
Lesnar like all over the show, then Shane
Yeah,
backstage
yeah.
and Gorilla's fixing it. That would have been fun to watch since we were so close to Gorilla.
Just see
You
it.
probably would have heard Shane
Yeah.
like, "Nope, I'm going in first and I'm winning."
Like, no, trust me, they want to see this. They'll love it.
Roman, you're gonna come back out after I win, and we're fighting tonight, and I'm winning both
Yeah,
titles
Man,
too.
'cause I'm the best in the world.
I'm leaving this bitch Rumble winner and undisputed champion
You're out of
and
luck.
tag team champion by myself.
You're out of luck.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, so next week will be our normal hour plus. I message Babe. I turn off Twitter fucking alerts because
Yeah.
enough random alerts when I'm asleep.
Yeah, I try to turn off all of my notifications on apps because those push notifications are getting annoying.
They do.
So I get Facebook notifications still, but outside that,
So much with the Rumble. Anything can happen. That's why I love this pay-per-view. Anything can happen.
I do love it. I am going to watch a couple, I'm sure.
That's what I've been doing.
While working this next couple of weeks, the next week or so.
That's what I've been doing.
So we hear crack up at something.
What did you put on there?
Hold on.
All right. But yeah, that's pretty much all we
Oh,
have.
so sorry. So Nick Khan was on my favorite sports podcast today, and
Oh,
I had
nice.
Bill Simmons, which I had no fucking clue. So there's a clip. They asked him, "At what point do you think AEW was a threat?" Bill asked Nick Khan, "At what point did you think AEW was a threat?" He
No
said,
point.
"Well," Nick said, "Well, how do you think they're doing now?" Bill said, "Not well, LOL." So
Yeah.
Never.
then
Never.
Drip King comments because he knows absolutely nothing about wrestling. I mean,
Absolutely.
oh, well, that's to the comment. Hold on. Oh, they're talking about how Tony needs to get more advice from his father.
Sure.
And then Bebe said that's because his father knows nothing about wrestling. Tony's like, "Hey, I bought AEW," and he was like, "Okay, cool." And like that's pretty much the end of it. So
Yeah.
we'll get Bebe in on that too because I'll have to listen to that now.
To be successful, you need both. You need somebody who
I like
knows
it.
wrestling. You need somebody who knows business.
When was AEW a threat?
So-
Never.
I mean,
Like, and it's been. I mean, we've sung it on this show for a long
Do we
time.
think
We don't
Charlotte-
even say it no
Do we
more.
think Charlotte's
It's
going to defend
redundant.
her title at the Rumble, or is she going to be in it as champion? That's kind of tough. She
Well,
can.
she randomly fought Sonya.
I don't know.
I would.
I thought they were
SmackDown.
friends. I thought they
I
were
know,
friends
that's-
before that.
Oh, Charlotte's babyface now.
She is babyface.
Which is weird.
That
Like,
is weird.
I remember before Charlotte left, they were buddies. And then
Mhm.
on SmackDown, I look
Yeah.
up and they're fighting backstage. I'm like, when
Well,
did this happen?
that was so back
Like-
when Vince was in charge.
Yeah.
That don't matter no more.
Charlotte's a-
Charlotte came back. She's like,
Yeah.
"What has happened
That's a
here?"
good point.
Sounds like she's entering as champion. I kind of makes sense because at this point she's
No.
just beating everybody.
She might. She talked about that a couple years ago.
Well, there's
doing
no
that.
point.
Like when
fighting.
Roman had it. When
I'm going to
Roman-
enter with my belt, and if I win, I'm not fighting
She's
nobody.
picking her own opponent.
Well, it's like remember when Triple H and Roman feuded and
Triple
they-
H won.
They made that the championship match, and Roman was in it as a champion, and then he lost to Triple H.
Yeah.
well,
I remember
Charlotte
that.
keeps fighting these random people. Just doing that. Like, just put her in it.
I mean, I would be okay with that. Sure.
Instead of her fighting weird people automatically.
I kind of feel bad for Charlotte in that aspect
I know.
because since I mean I shouldn't say I feel bad because she's been champion for so much,
Yeah.
but since the women's rumble started, she's been champion most of the time. So she's
Yes.
barely. I think she was in one of them.
She was,
Like,
yeah.
and that's it because she was champion
That's right.
all the other times.
Oh fuck, she's always favored. too.
She
It's
is.
not
Well,
like-
I mean that's hard. I've
It's hard to argue.
won a lot of our predictions because of Charlotte
Me
back
too.
in the day.
I've won the RSH title because of Charlotte.
I don't want to.
And I can also say about the bloodline, thanks to them too.
Now we all know they ain't losing anytime soon, but that soon is coming. I think 2023 will be not the dethroning, but will be the champion leaves the bloodline in 2023. But they've had a 3-year run. It's fucking time.
It's time. It's time.
Well, we will see.
We'll see.
Raw XXX.
I'm excited. It should be a good Raw,
It's gonna be a
actually.
good role.
I might actually get my TV app back just to watch the entire 3 hours, to be honest with you.
That's. I mean, that's a pretty stacked card. Look, it's our YouTube page.
Nice. Cool. Well, if that's all we got, that's all we have.
Yeah.
That's it.
Cool. Hope you all enjoyed the show this evening. earlier. Usually we were starting right now. I kind of like it. I'm not drunk. That's
Right.
nice.
I mean, we're in Ohio, so it's still
We
dark
are in
out.
Ohio.
It's still dark out.
So
Yes.
but it will be nice to get home by like 7:30 instead of
Yeah.
9, 8:39 when I'm. But next week I'll be home at 8:39 because it's Royal Rumble.
Next week's a
Royal
big
Rumble.
show.
Big
Next week
show.
we have the Raw Fallout,
We
the
got
XXX Fallout.
We got jet lag even though we weren't on the airplane.
Right.
Right.
But it's been a hell of a.
I'm just always tired. That's how it
It's
goes.
been a crazy week.
Okay, yeah. So guys, next week we have the Raw XXX Fallout. We have the Royal Rumble predictions with possibly Jimmy Bebe from Wrestle Buddy coming back to the show to talk shit about CM Punk. And
Yeah.
it's gonna be a really good show next week. I'm really excited to talk about it because 2 big shows.
Too big.
One post, one before. I'm pretty excited. And my predictions are the predictions that get that championship back off her shoulder and back on my
They're
shoulder.
gonna try to dethrone me. Okay. Okay. We'll see.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, hope you all enjoyed the show. If not, that's on you for still watching the show and or listening to the show. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, on Twitter. And if you want to listen to us on audio only, you can find us on Spotify, Apple, wherever it is you get your podcast. We'll be on there probably later tonight. And until next time, friends, continue to fear regularly scheduled hostilities.